KP Yohannan, who, of course, is the founder of Gospel for Asia. And Daniel, we thank you so very much for hanging out with us today. Welcome to Today's Issues.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
We're so excited because we have a very special partnership with you all going on right now, the Christmas Critter Campaign, as we like to refer to it around here. What in the world are we talking about, Christmas Critter Campaign?
The Christmas Critter Campaign is something pretty exciting that we started a couple of years ago, where we are able to help poor families in Asia, especially the Dalit community. There's almost like 300 million of these families that have no hope because they're on the bottom of the social order. They're the Dalits, the untouchables. If you've seen the movie Slumdog Millionaire, those are the Dalits, and they're born into this category, and they have a life of misery. And so what we do is we are able to give them these animals like buffaloes and chickens and goats, and they can use these animals to basically break the cycle of poverty, give them a new hope and a new future, help their kids to go to school, provide food for the table. I mean, it's just an awesome, awesome opportunity to be able to help these families rise out of the dirt and out of the poverty, and to basically share the love of Christ with them.
You know, and that's the wonderful thing about this opportunity, is that it's not just a water filter, because you have water filters, you mentioned animals, there's sewing machines, all of these things helping the poorest of the poor there in Asia. But the gospel is presented with each and every one of these gifts. Daniel, have you seen people come to know the Lord, families come to know the Lord as a result of this campaign?
I've seen families come to know the Lord. I've seen just our ministry being, having more open doors. I've seen people just weep when they receive some of these gifts, and they say, we're untouchables, we're nobodies. Why are you doing this? No one does this for us. And then we tell them, it's because we love the Lord, we love Jesus, and Jesus loves you, and we love you. And it just breaks them down, because it's the very first time they actually tangibly get to experience someone loving them. I mean, these Dalits, for example, there was a man in a movie theater who was from a Dalit community, low caste, and he accidentally touched the foot underneath the chair of this high caste man in the movie theater. So they took him out and killed him just because he's untouchable. He's not supposed to touch anyone. He's kind of unclean. And so, you have 3,000 years of brainwashing people, entire group, 300 million, that they're nothing and nobodies. Any kind of love that's practical just opens their hearts to want to know, what is Christmas all about? What has Jesus done? Who is Jesus?
And where is this ministry taking place? Most of it?
Most of it is taking place in India, Nepal, Sri Lanka, Burma. We work in about 13 different Asian nations, but mainly in India. When you talk about 1.2 billion people, and most of these people have never heard about Jesus even one time. I mean, you can walk down the street, and I've done this, or walk into a village, and you say, "Excuse me, do you know Jesus Christ?" And the person will say to you, "Listen, I've lived here my whole life. My friends are here. My family's here. Your friend Jesus isn't here. Check the next village or city down that road. I'm sure your friend Jesus will be there." These are the kinds of people that we are helping and trying to lift them out of the poverty, but at the same time, to share with them what Christ has done with them and to present his love to them.
All right, so what do you offer to our folks? What do you want our folks to do?
My challenge for everyone is, during this Christmas season, is to really use this opportunity to focus on what Christmas is all about. And it's about Christ coming to this world, changing our lives so that we can share what Christ has done in our life with others who've never heard before. And so, people can go to the Critter Campaign banner on your webpage.
AFR.net.
And it'll take them right to the page. They can pick out the animals and connect with a family that is just in desperate need of knowing Christ. And I know a lot of families will actually use this as an opportunity to teach their kids. They let their kids pick out the different animals and explain to them, God has blessed us so much. Now it's our chance to do something significant to change someone's eternity. And, I know families that will draw names, and everyone will get one gift, and all the rest of the resources will actually go towards buying a goat or a buffalo or, like a biosand water filter. And, if you really don't like someone, buy a goat on behalf of them, so you don't have to give them anything. There's all kinds of ways that we can change people's lives. But
AFR.net, go to the AFR.net website, folks, and click on our... Oh, it's the first banner that comes
sure
up.
Is.
And it's we've been doing this for years now, Gospel for Asia, Critter Campaign. And if you've never heard about this, it does sound funny when you say, you're telling me I can buy a goat and that people want a goat? Yes, in India where they're poor and they don't have anything, they're looking for life-sustaining
Gifts,
including
really
live animals.
That's right.
And we're talking about goats and what other kind of what else
man,
we
you got goats and you got pigs and lambs and there's a lot of other things. There's Bibles, mosquito nets. There's a whole list on that.
Of things you can purchase.
At afr.net.
And so this goes direct. Does this go directly to these folks?
Yeah, what we do is one of the things that we've had the commitment for over 30 years is 100% of actually what's given towards actually is given towards that. You know, myself and all of our staff over here, we raise our own support so that 100% can actually go to the field. And so, you know, if someone purchases a goat, that goat, we don't bring goats from America into, you know, these countries. Immigrations and customs would probably arrest us for that. But you know, we buy the goats from the local farmers or from the local market, which you know, impacts their local economy there. You give these animals to the family, impacts their family, their community, and so you're actually literally changing not just one family, you're changing multiple families' lives and increasing just the productivity of the entire community. There was this one report of this one village where 18 children died in one summer because there was not enough food and water in that village, and we were able to provide a Jesus well in that village and start a Bridge of Hope ministry there. But, I mean, poor means extremely poor. Poverty is not just, you know, I have one TV and one car. Poverty means I'm searching for my next meal. And that's the reality of these millions of people. They are just barely scraping by. And to give them a buffalo or a chicken or some goats or, you know, even a biosyn water filter, sewing machine actually literally changes their life. You raise them out of poverty. You can break the cycle of poverty. And that's what Christmas is all about. It's making a change in someone else's life.
Hey, Daniel, really quick, I know somebody might be thinking, okay, well, they're poverty-stricken families. If I give them a goat or something like that or a chicken, how in the world are you going to feed them? I mean, if they can't feed themselves, I know we get that question a lot here at AFR. And what would you say to that person who said, well, how are they going to do that?
Yeah, I mean, I raise chickens when I'm over there, and open the chicken coop up in the morning, let them run around all day long. They eat bugs, and they come back in the evening,
Sure.
Lay eggs. Goats, let them go in the field, and they eat grass, and goats eat everything. They eat bark, leaves. Yeah. Cows, you take them out of the pasture. They have food, and so there's they don't have to go to the local feed store to buy feed for these animals. They can just use what's all around there to feed them. And when you milk a buffalo and when you sell the little baby calves and these things, you do generate enough money if you ever needed to get the veterinarian to come out or do anything. And so these are just animals that are very, very hardy, self-sustaining, kind of from their own region. For example, in Northeast India, that's where mainly the pigs are, and so people know how to farm pigs up there. They just don't have a lot of them sometimes. People in North India, they know how to farm buffaloes. And, so that's all these animals and different items work well in the places that we distribute them, and they know exactly how to take care of them.
All right. Listen, Daniel, thanks so much for your time today. Daniel is with Daniel Punnose is with Gospel for Asia. We've been partnering with them for years. If you want to participate in this critter campaign, we call it, go to the website afr.net, afr.net, afr.net. It's the first banner that pops up. You click on there and it tells you all about it. You can buy a goat, chicken, whatever,
a bunch of other stuff,
buffalo, whatever you want to buy there to help, and it'll be delivered directly to the people in India who are poor and who need it. And in India, they still have the caste system. The Dalits are the lowest class of people. They're not even considered human, are they, Daniel?
No, they're considered to be pretty much just animals. Nothing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So the animals are treated better. If you're
Exactly.
a cow, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
If you're a cow, you're higher up than the elite class there, and so we're trying to reach out with the good news of Christ and to share tangibly with these folks. All right. Thank you, Daniel. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Daniel.